Welcome back, folks, and we knew you would be back for an episode. It's me, your host, Omar, with another host, Adeel, and we're back for a bit more madness. By the way, we have not prepared anything, or maybe we've prepared, very, very high level, but this is more than what we would have prepared for any of our school projects, for any of our university projects. So that tells you a lot about how much this podcast means to us. Is that right, Adeel? How you doing?
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Maybe I've been looking forward to it the entire week since the last time we spoke. So yeah, I was just thinking, giving our listeners, our viewers, some more insight into who we are, what we are, and more about this, inshallah.
Do you see how smart that intro was? Because I put that reference of school in there because I was going to take everyone to, or based on what we discussed, we wanted to give everyone a bit of history, a bit of a history lesson of the Omar. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
But also it matters.
It might matter in a few years.
Months. Yeah, we never know, man. So, people might be like showing this clip on like Twitter and or X or whatever it is, and Instagram and stuff. So we might mean a lot. How long have I known you?
That's a good question. But has it been 24 years?
Yes. Yes, but what's your first memory of me? Because I was thinking about this over the course of the week, and I really have a very old memory of you and me. So I'll share that with you. And I don't think we've actually spoken about this ever. So this is
no, we've never spoken about it. Yeah. So first memory, I think, what is the first memory that I have with you? I think initially, you were in the school already and I joined. I came in later. Right. And I think you already had some of your friends in my class in the different section.
Yeah.
So
you were in grade C? Are you in C or were you in?
I was in C. Yeah, I was in C.
Okay.
And I think you were in E, if I'm not wrong.
That's right. Yeah, I was in E.
Yeah. And so I think the first time I saw you, I think you were there in the class to call someone out, and someone out, not for a fight, just to call them out for something. Then you called someone out, and then I think you guys joked about something, and then you burst out into a big laugh. I think that's what the first memory I have of you. Yeah, I think that's what I'm like. Okay, what's wrong with this dude? Why is he laughing so loud? I think that's what the first memory is. What he laughed hasn't changed over the years. It's just still the same. Which is a good thing, which tells a lot.
I'm consistent in everything that I do, Adeel. That's what I've tried to work on over the years. So
yeah, much better.
I will share with you my first memory, and so I don't know if you remember because we used to do this every day. So for everyone, we went to the same school in Dubai. I will not name the school now because we have very fond memories of the school because of friends.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not really all that sure if that was down to the actual school.
I just want to make one point here that we have such good memories that the friends that we made in school, we're still in touch with them. We're still on WhatsApp. I mean, if we're in the same city, we do plan out to meet. So yeah, we've got forged really strong bonds through that school. Yeah. Now I don't know if it's up to the school or the guys that we became friends with, but yeah, so the common factor amongst us is the school, so we give a lot of credit to the school as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Okay, fine. I'll concede that. So my first memory is I think you were, what were you? You were part of the
Students' Union?
Yes, the Students' Council.
Council, yeah, not union.
Well, Students' Council. And so what was the designation that was given to you? You were
the first year I was really, I can't remember. I think it's been so. I think it was a prefect or assistant discipline head or something like that.
So I recently found my badge, because we've been and there's stuff lying around, and
right.
A year ago, when we moved to here, as I was unpacking to basically set my office up and stuff, and I found this badge from school. I was the games captain.
Sports captain, yeah.
Yes, it's the sports captain or whatever. And so I remember you and I were designated in like one of the grade 6 or grade 5 or 6 or 6 or 7 area during the assembly time.
After the assembly, we had to make sure that everyone was dressed properly in their uniform.
Yes, but we were also, because we had to inspect them at that
Yeah, big deal.
We were like the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And like getting around really well with you, you pass by and you comments, and then you would get the joke, and then the joke that you would make, I would really get it. So I would think, I can really get along with this guy, and I think really like the oldest memory that I have of you.
Bro, actually, you know what? If you come to think of it, at that point in time, and usually the guys that we had in our batch, I don't think anyone really had any tiff with anyone. I mean, all the guys, you could walk into any class and be comfortable in any of the sections. I think we had like 4, B, C, E, and G. So we had 4 sections. You could walk into any one of those sections.
Yeah.
And you would know everyone by first name.
Yeah.
And everyone would be chill. So I think, so I think the guys in our batch were really great.
Yeah, we got along really well.
All along.
Trips, we used to go. Everyone with everyone, right? Like we would get together. We would,
Yeah. That was. As I said, the guys were really nice, and I think everyone was friendly. There was no rivalry of any sort. So yeah, I think that was a very. If you look back at it now, it's really commendable that we ended up being with such guys in our batch that, like if you see anyone from your class outside, he could join a game, he could join a football game, he could join and there would be no hesitation from other sections. So yeah, that was a great thing. Yeah.
And I still remember very fondly sometimes when you're social media and you see somebody from your school post, you very fondly look through the pictures and you reminisce,
true.
Because those are some really, really special memories. We signed a couple of 18-year-olds, but that just goes to say the really great experience we had, fellow members in our batch, if you like.
And I've come across a few of them who are doing really well for themselves, and I go through their posts and everything. Even I've seen them on LinkedIn, and so it makes you really proud that I know them from school, and I'm really happy for them. I wish them all the success, and I hope they go on to do greater things, inshallah.
Yeah, obviously we had a lot to do with that, right?
Of course. We molded that personality. That
we sowed the seed, bro. That's what we did. We sowed the seed.
Yeah. So that was about school.
Yeah.
Viewing. I just want to say that this podcast is Omar's baby. I'm just tagging along this ride. So it was Omar's idea, and he's the one who pushed me that let's do this. As you can see, he was more well prepared for it than I am.
Yeah.
Omar, what made you come on to this and start this? What pushed you towards it?
I think there was not a particular thing that made me start this. I think it's everything in life is about timing. I truly feel that, like going back to my earlier point about, in school when I met you for the first time, I felt like we clicked, right? You would get my jokes, I would get your jokes, and we got and really got, and over the course of the years, I've lived in Dubai, I've lived in the UK, and then back to Dubai, and now here. We've always been consistent, and we've been in touch, and we've been close throughout this whole period, right? So the timing needed to be right from the perspective of, where you are in your life and where I am in my life, that we can give it time to do something like this. But that's like secondary or tertiary. The primary reason behind, us doing this is because every time we meet, we have a blast.
Yeah.
Really, really have fun, And there is moments that when you and I are talking, and I'm pretty sure you think it too, and I'm thinking as well, if there was a person sitting just watching this, it would be very entertaining for them, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time we talk about some very, very deep and very insightful stuff, which can be educated for a lot of people as well. And we talk a lot about football too.
Yeah.
And I also thought that we talk so much about football. Actually, always told me this. He said to me when I told him that I'm going to do the podcast and we're going to be talking a lot about football and other things as well. He said to me, "Well, you guys talk so much about football. It's about how you get paid for it." So I think that also has something to do with it, because I do feel there will be some sort of entertainment value, and so I think those are, and I've seen people put up entertainment value on YouTube. I'm not saying they're not great. I thought we could do perhaps a little bit better.
Yeah, to each their own.
And plus, this gives me an excuse to speak to you on a weekly basis as well.
Same. So you know what? Now, since we started doing this, now we decide when we're gonna shoot, right? And then I just tell my missus that this is the time that we're gonna record, and then she's all up for it. She's like, yeah, go ahead. I mean, you need to talk to him and everything. So there's no, and I think rather than us doing this for anything else, it's just that to stay in touch with it, with each other without any hindrance from our partners.
Yes. Yeah. And so we had a situation. I called you right before this call, and I had to run to the store to grab something because my toilet was blocked for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And basically, before I got there, my wife is like, she called me and she's like, "I've got this. It's done. I solved it." And in any other instance, I would have to actually go to the store, come back, sort of that. Right. But she's like, "Oh, you've got to get this done." And so, to a point, it gives us that excuse to kind of get it done and make sure there's no other distraction. And this is you and me talking about life. Before yeah.
Can I get there?
Oh,
So I was going through my Facebook profile and I came across this post about this Turkish footballer. I don't know how old this is or how truthful this is, but I just feel like sharing it here. So there was a guy in the Turkish league, and there was a particular match that was being officiated by a woman, a lady referee. So what happened was that some incident happened on the field, and this guy was shown a yellow card, I think. Then he said something to the referee, which prompted the referee to give him a red card. So the referee then later, what happens is that the referees write report that why they gave. So apparently that guy, upon receiving the yellow card, told the referee, "Women belong in the kitchen."
Oh my!
Which prompted her to give her the red card. Okay. So that happened. Then the Turkish FA or FIFA, whoever got involved, and they gave him a five match ban. Plus, part of his punishment was that he has to officiate a women's game.
Okay.
Right. So he went ahead and served the 5-match ban, and then he went to officiate a women's game. There he ended up giving 8 red cards, and with every red card he said, "Women belong in the kitchen."
That's brilliant. That is classic.
I mean, I'm not with the dude.
Yeah, of course.
But you guys should have seen it coming.
Yeah. Yeah, he's giving the 5-match ban and maybe giving some community service. Right?
Yeah. But no, they had to bring it.
Yeah. I mean, officiating a women's game is
themselves.
And not helping
this perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is. So yeah, that's what it is.
How about yourself? What did you get up to today? Let's talk about speaking of school and friends from school.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of our friends have been, watching us on a podcast and have asked us to brush on the topic, which is very hot actually these days, which is with reference to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Yeah. And as if our view will have any bearing on the future of Bitcoin, but I do have a hot take on it. What do you think is happening, and what do you think is going to happen, and what do you think our friends should do? Because some of them are invested.
Yeah.
Don't know how well invested they are.
Yeah.
And I think one of those friends has the keys to the treasury. So I feel like, he's either going to go missing very soon. What do you think?
I know too little about Bitcoin cryptocurrency. If I had enough knowledge, I wouldn't be here. I would be somewhere else. I know very little about Bitcoin, man. I think anyone who knows, they know about Bitcoin. They're just predicting. Everyone's predicting. No one knows how. I mean, how it works, how it's gonna react after 3 months, 6 months down the line. Um, Bitcoin is. I've invested in. This is probably 3-4 years ago in some cryptocurrency, and no, for me that was the only time I would. I won't do it again.
I
I
know.
don't think
When did you?
3-4 years ago. 3-4 years ago.
Not
Three,
too
four
long.
years, 5 years ago. Yeah, not too long.
It might feel like a mistake right now because it was not that too long. Because I was about to tell you a story, and I'll read this out because I don't remember the exact semantics of the story. But
Mm,
if that's all you had, I can tell you.
mm. Go on.
Okay. On May 22nd, 2010, a resident, Laszlo Hanich, whatever that surname is, paid 10,000 bitcoins for 2 Papa John pizzas in what is
Yes, I've heard that.
which he considered
I've heard that.
first purchase ever made with then experiential digital currency. The value of those coins would be worth $700 million. Can you believe that? How does that person sleep at night? I would not be able to sleep
Right.
knowing that I have made such a big disaster in life.
I would be happy if the value of my holding goes even 25% of that 700 million. I'll be happy. I'll be content. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy.
But bro,
Okay, little greedy. Little greedy. And not too greedy.
Yeah.
But no, I've heard that. This happened with Bitcoin at that point in time. But see, the thing is that at that point in time, cryptocurrency, I mean, hardly anyone knew about it. 2010, we're talking about, like 14 years, yeah? And there weren't any big players. Now, every other day, a new currency is coming up, bro.
that's altcoins, right? Like, that's not,
Yeah.
it's a subsidiary of like an Ethereum
Yeah.
or like a Bitcoin or what have you, right?
Yeah, but as I said, I see altcoins or vault coins, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know very little about the space, so I can't really say anything. But anyone who's making money, good for you. Anyone who's lost money, I'm sorry for you.
So taking a look out of your book or Akil's book about hot takes, what is your hot take about Bitcoin?
I would say, okay, I'll tell you one thing. So when I invested, right? So it's not about you only investing your money. You have to invest your time as well.
Yeah.
To keep looking at the trend and the graph and the bar.
Well, that's with everything. Anything that you invest in the stock market.
No, but because I'll tell you why. But because with cryptocurrency, what is associated is this like how you mentioned, like in 2010, this guy paid with 10,000 bitcoins, and now it's like crazy money, crazy value right now. So everyone who does invest in crypto, somewhere in their subconscious or like on the surface as well, they want to get rich fast. That's why you're investing. They think that the value is going to reach to that level where they'll be like crazy rich. So in that context, you keep seeing, okay, am I now? Is it moving towards that? Is it? So it's, and I swear, I'm not even joking. You're just sitting there looking at a graph. Half of the things don't make sense. There's nothing you can do about influencing. I think that's something like stock market as well. But I realized
Here's the thing.
that it's not for me. I realized it's not for me.
So here's the thing. There are 2 parts to any, I think what you're talking about is referred to as tracking or watch list, right? There are 2 ways of educating yourself around a certain asset that you're looking to invest into, right? Cryptocurrency perspective or stock market perspective. There's technical analysis, fundamental. So technical analysis and fundamental analysis, right? And then you have charts. And then you can study charts. You can study candle patterns, which help you understand the direction or the sentiment of the overall people that are buying it. So over a minute or over 30 minutes or over 6 months or over a year, 5 years, what have you, you can go back and see what the pattern is around a certain asset that you're looking to invest into. And that can give you a direction around where it's going to go up and whether it's going to go down. So if you spend, I would say, if you spend a week in just learning this a little bit, you can understand. Just the chart piece. Forget the, fundamental piece, which is actually looking at what the corporation is, what they do, blah, blah, blah. Like we know during COVID, when there was basically this retail boom from a stock market perspective, there were some, tickers that basically were not good for anything. And they were going up and down, like, basically it's like you heard about the whole GameStop thing, right? And it's still happening, actually. The GameStop. Yeah.
What's that? I don't know.
GameStop is... It's going to be a fun story. So GameStop is actually a place where you go and buy video games. Okay? You buy video consoles, video games.
Anything game related, yeah. Accessories and everything, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously the company is not in the best, or has not been in the best of, health, best of health, but some retail investors, like somewhere, really pissed off with, corporate investors and what have you, and how they control the market, because, like there is, you can use how stocks
manipulate the market. Yeah.
Work is you can, by buying, you can also help the stock value to go up. By buying, you also make stock value to come down, which is called shorting a stock. And so, because these bigger corporations and investment banks and what have you, they manipulate the market so much, a group of people on Reddit got together, they made a group, and they said, you know what, we're going to go, and we're all going to put our money down, we're going to pump this stock. It's called basically pumping. So they're basically pumped. If you go and you read articles about GameStop and how they've manipulated that stock and it made everyone's head in Wall Street turn, is actually a fascinating journey that they're still doing it. Like if you look at GameStop, it's not even like the size of Walmart. Like it's not even big, right? Where that has an overall bearing of what's happening, it's actually quite funny. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, to come back to the point that I was trying to make, is to know about, I think the first thing that you need to know going into investing into Bitcoin is not just about what Bitcoin is and what it does, but timing, right? The time to buy Bitcoin is not now. I would say, based on current charts and current analysis, I would say 2026 looks like a good time, because I think you will see a bear market. I truly think in the next 6 months, we'll probably go north of 100 and then we'll probably come down, because that's just, if you look at the chart, the way that it's going, right? The trend, if you draw a line across the more relevant, most often occurring areas, you will see that there's a bear market incoming, 2026, right? So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, my take is, in the longer term, I truly think one day Bitcoin is going to fall flat to zero.
Gotcha. No idea.
I don't know. And I think that's going to be the day that everyone finds out who actually that guy is, whatever his name is, Takoro Satoshi or whatever his name is, right? I think the day that people find out who that person is, it's going to fall flat to zero.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, we made a movie about the GameStop thing as well, by the way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let me tell you the name of the movie. Dumb Money.
Dumb Money.
Yeah.
I'll check it later.
Paul Dano, isn't it? He's like this. You need to check it out.
I'll check it out.
And by the way, the guy was a kid, eh? Like he was actually like, like a kid. But anyway, you need to check
the only thing I take from that story is strength in numbers.
Yes. That's, strength in numbers.
That's it.
Also, you're actually, you said it right. There's strength in numbers. Like investors, when they were put together in one platform, which is Reddit, they got together.
It's true for everything. From that thing. Like, it's true for everything. I mean, there's enough people who can align themselves behind an idea. I think they can change course of anything, to be honest.
Yeah. Course of the future of humankind.
Humankind. Man, you remember Mankind?
Oh, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mankind, Undertaker.
Yeah.
Mankind versus Undertaker. Two Inhumans in one cage.
You know what I think about now that I think about back in the day. My favorite was Bret Hart, right? Like that was my guy. And then Shawn Michaels too. Shawn Michaels was so like cool with his like leg.
Yeah.
Nah,
I think he had one of the coolest moves.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was called Switch in Music.
yeah, that's so sweet.
I remember it.
Exactly. And then there was Macho Man Randy Savage, who was Hulk Hogan time.
Yeah. Arch
Which,
nemesis.
The arch nemesis. Yeah.
Was it the $1 Million Man for Hulk Hogan? There was a $1 Million Man as well, right?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't know if you don't remember that. Hulk Hogan, $1 Million Man, Bret Hart, Hitman. I think Hitman was everyone's favorite.
Because he was a good guy, right? Like the guy was
Yeah.
a good guy. He's Canadian, by the way. I remember Ultimate Warrior. Yeah.
And I want to say there was Razor Ramon.
I don't know.
His name was Razor Ramon. There was Diesel. I remember Diesel. There was.
He was a goodness gracious. Yeah.
But I think there was Razor Ramon. But I think
You know
I
what?
mentioned so many.
The real true guy in all of this was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. Hands down. What a guy.
The Rock was cool when he came. Like he was cool. He had nothing on Stone Cold Steve
To
Austin.
be honest with you, I think The Rock was a bit over the top.
Yeah.
But Stone
agree.
Cold was like ice, man. He was ice.
I think The Rock is what. Sorry, Stone Cold Steve Austin is what The Rock actually wanted to be when he came in. He wanted to be like that type of fantasy, but he just couldn't do it because there's only one Stone Cold Steve Austin.
By the way, I feel bad for him these days. Any movie he's doing is tanking at the box office like anything. I heard even the No. Oh, what?
You're talking about Dwayne Johnson?
No, of course, Steve Austin. Of course, Dwayne Johnson.
What are you being so spicy, bro? Chill.
Yeah. No, but because I thought that guy, initially,
Is it because
I
of
don't
Red
know why
Notice?
Red Notice also has gone. I've read. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, people.
Yeah.
But I think he's been doing too much of, like his earlier movies. I don't know if you watched his earlier movies. I watched Gridiron Gang.
Yeah.
Gridiron Gang. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's done some nice movies as well. But now he's doing everything like everything is so. I guess that's his thing now, larger than life. I understand some actors just go along one path. So if you want to make summer blockbusters, they're gonna make all those huge, epic movies.
Like I don't like, for example, what's that guy's name?
Which guy?
The short,
Tell me his name.
like
Short? Tom Cruise.
the short dude.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Chris. In case you hadn't known.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah. So like Kevin Hart decided to do like serious stuff.
Oh, man, I watched this movie. So first, The Lip. Have you seen it?
It was like so over the top.
Oh.
It's so over the top, man. I turned it on because I thought it would be funny. That's why I put it on.
Yeah, same here. And I'm watching, and I couldn't stop watching because of how cringe it was. Sometimes something is so cringe, you want to watch more of it. So it's like, and this guy's trying to be all suave and macho and ladies, man. Doesn't suit him, bro.
Yeah, exactly. The reason that you're saying that is why I watch, because of my wife, South Indian movies. Because we watch it because they're so cringe, like they're so over the top.
Yeah, but
they're good.
No, I understand. But that's a different cringe, right? So that cringe is something which they make it really huge. Things, like
Life. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
larger than life. They make it like he's jumping from over a mountain or he's deep diving into the ocean which is fine. Which I can run with that, right? Because you're telling a story, so I have to leave my brain at home and just dive into this world. I understand that.
Yeah.
But with this movie, man, the performance was cringe.
Yeah.
Everyone else was
dialogue, and you think that he's joking, but he's actually being serious.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and
um,
it doesn't suit him. I mean, it doesn't suit him. And he's like, well, when you remember that night in Paris, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You were doing so well. Don't do this. He's great at what he does. He's amazing. He's second to none.
exactly.
Don't go in this. This is not for you.
You know, that's
You-
a million.
Yeah, and his show.
Doing that. Why break something that's
No, even doing that. Do action, do comedy movies, do movies which are backed with your witty lines and stuff, which is fine. His wit is his,
yeah, like Ryan Reynolds, like he is
yeah,
a person. I
What a
think
guy.
in real life
what
as
a
well.
guy.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's
And Reynolds is a sort of person who can be friends with anyone. I
Yeah.
have I have a feeling. Like, if ever, anyone can, he can't be not liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he has that power. He has that power
real
to
life.
say, anyways.
Oh my god, it's too funny. Karen.
Yeah, I think he's the guy who can say the most hurtful thing effortlessly, and you won't
Yeah.
be hurt. I mean, you might get hurt later, but once he says it,
Yeah.
the most controversial, most abrasive thing,
Yeah.
and you just end up laughing at it rather than be angry about it.
Yeah. I think he recently made a trip to Doha. I don't know what he was selling, but apparently Barack Obama was there. Well,
What he was selling.
he was
But
trying
he
to
established to sell. I think he's the most, what's that called? A-listed salesperson in the world.
Honestly, like right now he's like a hot ticket, right? People are asking him to come to talk to basically everyone they possibly can expose him to get any inspiration because he's just a personality that drives. By the way, Barack Obama was also at that event, and like he was just there very nonchalant because he's Ryan Reynolds and he's taking a picture with Barack Obama, and yeah. I would never, who would you rather meet? Would you rather meet Barack Obama or Ryan Reynolds? Keep in mind, Barack Obama is not just about his personality, right? It's more
Yeah.
that he has a
So of the two who I would like to meet is, but I'll tell you, because of his impact on the world, his intellect, his vision, and know where he's come from, I'd like to meet Ryan Reynolds.
Please that because I would agree with you. I would do the exact same thing because he also come from humble beginnings.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I said it, bro. Oh, you thought I was gonna say I'm the thing, but I go, no, bro.
I never thought that.
Not for anything else. Not for anything. I think a conversation with Reynolds would be much more easier than it would be with Barack Obama. I mean, I know Barack Obama plays it cool, and he's one of the cool guys. But still, he has that. I don't know how to put it in words, but there's some distance there.
Then we'll be diving into politics if we speak any further about this topic.
Yeah. No, I'm not going into politics. What I'm saying is there's still some distance there, because I think you could relate more to the kind of life that Ryan Reynolds had before he became something, rather than the kind of life that Barack Obama led before he became the president. So that's the only thing I was mentioning. Yeah, I'm not diving into his politics or anything. That's I don't have any concerns with that.
Separate. I don't know what it is, okay? And I'm going to talk about like this thing, which it bugs the hell out of me. So I have stayed in what is basically the most densely populated area in Canada, which is the GTA, right? I spent some time there and now we moved a little bit away from there. And it is also a heaven for Muslims because there's so many halal options.
Okay.
When I came here initially, there weren't that many, but over a period of time, things have improved, and now it comes to this is spot that opened up, right? They call it the Ridgeway Road. It's like imagine Edgware Road on steroids.
Okay.
And I say that because there are probably like 150 to 200 restaurants there that are Pakistani, Indian, like all kind of cuisine, right?
Right.
And then so during Eid, like you have these like they're like rented Ferraris and they're like blasting and rock on songs and all that kind of stuff. And On Chhath West, you have like people with flags out, and like on Diwali, like there's some stuff going on and stuff like that. So anyway,
Thank God.
so I have tried. So this is my open challenge to you. I have tried a lot of places in my time here. I've been here for about years, and I have not been able to find a replacement for Dubai's Malbari ka samosa.
अच्छा.
I have the Taiga Mono Bagan Mil Gaya. I know I have found something like we have some
वो
place.
vegetable वाला.
Yeah, there's some of you दूसरा है वो कीमे वाला भी.
हाँ.
So go ahead, open challenge to you, bro.
Why me? I don't mix samosas, bro.
Right. Well, because you're obviously in England now,
Right.
so see if you can find something there in England.
So you're gonna come here for samosa?
Maybe I might come. What I'm saying is,
I'll get it.
you get Muhari, you get like, puri and stuff like that. Like we have Golgappay today, bro. Like we were just like, yo, I'm thinking Golgappay, man. Let's just order some Golgappay. So we got some Golgappay, we got some bun too, right? And and okay, so this is one place. This is Mandi place in London.
Yeah, to be honest with you, so I didn't like Malbari ke samosa that much. I also, matlab, chai bhi, I'm not a big fan of chai. I was never a big fan of chai anyways. Recent years में मुझे थोड़ा सही लगने लगी थी चाय. Like it didn't become part of my routine, but ठीक है, I was open to it. समोसे लेकिन यार यहाँ पे आके there's this frozen समोसे वाला brand or something. I got some यार क्या समोसे थे यार उसके कीमे वाले. उफ, चिकन कीमे के भाई बहुत अच्छे समोसे.
Really?
मतलब बेगम मेड क्या कहते हैं serving. So as I told you, I've never been a fan of samosa. So I was like, okay, like everyone had it. Last 2-3 would have suggested, she's like, have at least one. मैंने खाया, मैंने बोला यार ये तो अच्छा है. फिर मैंने एक और खा लिया. फिर so one of the kids didn't get one, so she said like, okay, I'll make 2 more for her.
Yeah.
So okay, we can make 1 more for me. So I ended up having 3. It was that good.
Yeah.
That good.
Yeah.
So आजा वही try कर.
What would you have in Ramadan then? Like a fruit chaat, okay, done, dusted. What would be your next go-to? Would you go APK or would you go pakore to matlab standard hai? Lekin would you not have samosa? Is that not a thing?
Yeah, then see, Ramadan is different. Yeah, Ramadan maybe matlab. Acha, I'll tell you my routine for the
yes,
I'll tell you. It's not as simple. Food is not as simple.
Okay,
Iftar is not as simple.
No, but the question was,
I'll have fruit chaat and khajur obviously at the start.
Yeah,
and I'll have so iftar mein you have this ruafza with milk or something. So I'll need to have it. So I really like quits. I don't know if you've had quits.
Okay.
It's a green colored from Pakistan. Ice cream soda. Quits.
Okay. We have someone saying that it's called Pakola, but yeah, okay, go on.
No, not Pakola. I know what you mean. I know what is Pakola, but this is not Pakola. This is like just वो syrup आता है and then you mix it in water and then you make it. That's like ruafza.
Cordial. Okay, got it. Like ruafza. Yeah.
हाँ, तो वैसा ही होता है. So I have that with lemon. मजे का हो जाता है.
What are we called?
And then quits. QUICE. So I'll pray Maghrib and then with chai I'll have the fried stuff. So more than samosa, I would have spring rolls.
Okay, so that's your substitute.
I like spring rolls. Yeah, taste पे depend करता है ना. I know कि कैसे बने हुए हैं.
Yeah.
Like वो उसके जो filling है, it needs to hit the spot. Otherwise, they'll be put off very soon.
Okay, so here's another question for you.
Oh yeah.
Pakode.
Yeah.
Would you have them in Ramadan? Would you have them with dahi dahi pulkia, or would you have it like uske andar like put it in the dahi pulkia and then?
समझ गया.
Would you have it with ketchup?
With this desi snacks. So मुझे आलू के पकोड़े अच्छे नहीं लगते. I like पालक प्याज वाले मुझे होते हैं ना जो crinkle type होते हैं.
I'm the same. Yeah, exactly.
या पालक के पकोड़े या बैंगन के पकोड़े.
Right. And again.
I think आलू की शायद इतनी के खा लिए हैं कि लाइफ में I think जितने मैंने खाने थे आलू के पकोड़े मैंने खा लिए.
Yeah, aloo pakora almost feels like lazy cooking. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I feel
Don't
like
say that, bro. Don't say that, bro. We
Yeah.
got wives.
we must
Who will
go.
see this?
I feel like if you make aloo ka pakora, it's like you just
Even mirch ke pakode, you know that big mirch?
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you do aloo ka pakora, it's like you're just filling up the plate. There's no actual,
Yes. I'm controlling my emotion. यार आलू हर जगह पहुंचा हुआ है.
Yeah.
आलू हर जगह पे.
Keep it away from biryani, bro.
No. I want aloo in my biryani, bro. I want aloo in my biryani.
Okay.
Oh, that tender aloo in
Yeah.
the biryani. Ah.
Then
जो ऐसे मतलब पहुंचे थे ना. लेकिन
Yeah.
आलू हर जगह पहुंचा हुआ है यार. पकोड़े से लेके हर जगह पहुंचा हुआ है. Like we've got dishes dedicated to aloo. This आलू हर जगह पहुंच रहा है. वैसे इतना खा रहे हैं. पकोड़े भी खाना जरूरी है.
Good point. Yeah, लेकिन अरवी never seen you there, huh?
अरवी, man, I love अरवी, bro. I love अरवी gosh.
I have tried to
Arvi,
find
I love
it here, bro. I can't. Like, I don't even know like where to begin. But
You know what I miss? I think अरवी तो फिर भी किसी ना किसी तरह मिल जाती है. What I really miss when I was talking to this mom of mine who had come over today. यार भिंडी, I miss भिंडी, bro.
Yeah,
अच्छी
भिंडी.
भिंडी नहीं मिलती.
yeah, I've asked my wife to make bindi. We do that like every 2 weeks. We do.
I need to go out and find our desi भिंडी. Because यहाँ पे, you know, desi भिंडी is like normal size की जो भिंडी हम, the one that we've seen growing up.
Huh.
यहाँ पे मिलती है
Binda.
वो, अरे, it's a meal in itself. Size होता है उसका.
Yeah, we
No,
also.
वो सही पकता भी नहीं है, and you know, नहीं, more. I'll do that. I'll do that. I need to go bindi shopping because I'm craving bindi. अच्छा,
Yeah.
bindi का इतना मजे का सीन है कि no, I don't even need to have it with ghost or something. Like bindi in itself is
Yeah.
sufficient. It completes me.
Hard
Yeah,
to-
that's it. Which reminds me, I don't know if you've been much to these milk shops in Pakistan. Milk shops, Nagori.
Yeah,
milk
yeah.
shop.
Hey, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know. The way I used to
उसके
do
बाद
दही
बड़ा बड़े
Yeah.
दाल पड़े होते हैं दही वाले.
Yeah.
And then वो अपने उससे वो,
Yeah.
and you know it's
Yes.
how it's so perfectly kept. And then
Yeah.
जब एक scoop निकालता है,
Oh,
वो जिस तरह काट रहा है कितना satisfying होता है.
ASMR, bro. It's honestly ASMR.
Thing for me, I don't know, पाकिस्तान में तूने कभी इन जगहों से पिए? There's something है ना वहाँ पे भी पिए ना. Bro, that is big.
Like, you do realize that nothing to do with Lahore, right?
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ लाहौर or other parts of Pakistan. I know you don't, but what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah, wait a minute. आपने कराची का नाम लिया, fair enough. आपने लाहौर का नाम लिया, fair enough. But that's not me, bro. Like, you say Multan or you say Islamabad, and then, you know, we're
I had a good time over there. I think the weather was very pleasant. The people were very pleasant. The food was really good.
yeah.
At least from the places I had.
Fair enough.
So I just had all good experiences. I was there for 5 days with my brother-in-law, and
Yeah.
we had a blast. We
Yeah.
still reminisce. Whenever we get on video call, we still reminisce. Man, we need to get back to Islamabad. He's like, yeah, we plan banao, jaldi se port. Lekin dekho,
I'm-
वापस होता है.
I'm out in like 12 years, bro. Like right before I moved here, I went, and then I haven't been since. So it is
Right.
it is on the bucket list for the next couple of years. Definitely the place that I need,
Inshallah.
inshallah. But we'll see how it works out. But you know, like you're talking about Pakistani food, and you're talking about you know, places where you've had stuff which has fond memories. I'll tell you, as when we were kids, you remember? You remember this Junoon music video of Sayuni?
Was that some other video?
Yeah, they're based.
Oh, I'm thinking Bulleya. No, I can't remember the video.
So Sayuni was actually shot in Multan. And it was
Acha.
shot in Sharaf Alam. And Sharaf Alam is basically, it's like a mazar, right? And
Mhm.
not far away from my, you know,
Place.
with my father, basically. It's like a 10-minute walk from there. Growing up, I remember our cousins took us for Golgappay to that place. And by the way, like, the Indians call it dahi puri. They would call that. They wouldn't call it pani.
You mean the pani puri with the dahi on top of it, right?
यार पता नहीं क्या कोई असली गोलगप्पा था यार. Like it
left a print on you.
Oh man, like I was probably 13, 14 years old, but I still remember. I've never.
You know what happened?
Yeah, go on.
Bol. Sorry.
I mean, that's the story. Like it was basically right outside of that place. Yeah, it's like a radio deal, like, uske wo banda bech raha tha.
Yeah.
Now that I speak to my cousins, they tell me that guy has basically 5 other people who are on radio and then he just basically comes right in front of your house and you have all the Golgappay one. But that's the stuff about Pakistan, man. That's irreplaceable.
Hard work always pays off, bro.
Yeah.
Consistency and hard work. I had this experience 3-4 years ago. Pakistan, जुम्मा पढ़ के बाहर निकल रहा था. शकरकंदी वाला खड़ा हुआ था. I was like, यार, it's been a while. Let me get one. I had one. और तुझे पता ना वो they give it to you in a newspaper, right? छोटा सा वो देते हैं वो मसाला वगैरह डाल के they hand it to you. And bro, I'm not even joking, right? तो मैं उसको पैसे दिए, लेकर निकला. And I had the first bite, and I literally stopped in my tracks. Yeah, it brought back memories, man. Like, and I was having it after ages.
Yeah.
But with warm feeling, suddenly and brings back so many memories. Now, like, you can't get that anywhere else.
Yeah. Then uske liye bhi chai lekar aaya and then golaganda lekar aaya. Yaar, wo, like, as soon as she started eating the golaganda, she's like, oh my God, this is like Karachi, man. Like, this is like Karachi. Like, this is even bad.
The syrup, bro.
Yeah.
पता है गोलागंडे का best वो भी होता है. Like you don't eat on it, right? You start sucking on it, the golaganda, and the syrup itself from the ice. If you do it for a long time, your lips go numb. But you just can't stop yourself from doing it again.
Yeah, I know. I tried it as well. It's freaking awesome.
So today, by the way, I want to mention, today is the first day in my life. I'm not proud of this, but today is the first time in my life I peeled a potato.
Okay.
No, let me complete. There's a story behind it.
Okay.
So my daughter was standing right next to me. She's like, so I took the potato. I took the peeler in my hand. I'm like, okay, this is the first time I'm peeling potato. Look how good I am. Well, before I started, and then she's just looking at me and then looking at my. So maybe after 5 seconds, I got the hang of it and I start doing it. So my daughter's like, wow, you're doing a good job. I'm like, yeah, I told you I'm good at it, even if it's my first time. She's like, so what? It's your first time? I'm like, yeah. So you have never peeled anything before? Like an apple? I'm like, no. She mentioned a couple of more fruits. She's like, okay, so this is the first time you're peeling something. I'm like, yeah. Then I waited for a second and I was like, I peeled something before. She's like, what? A banana and orange. So she's like, you can't have those without peeling, can you? Yeah. I think they're at the age where they get that look in terms of like they know
it's not cringe.
Yeah, it's not cringe for them. They get it but they don't. They look at me with a blank expression. Really.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah. Man, we need to enjoy them. I hear teenage is going to be a massive experience, and we will see how we deal with that. But
yeah, bro. I mean, yeah. I think I saw somewhere someone mentioned a very good thing. I think I read it in Ashad Varsi interview because the interviewer asked him, "So, what kind of parent you are?" And I think he had such a good response. I think it made so much sense. He was like, you can't. I don't know the exact words, but the crux of that was that you can't impose your parenthood on a child. The child tells you what kind of parent you will be. So you have to adjust your parenting according to the child, and every child is different. I think that was a very profound thing he said that, even with your children, you'll have a different style. I mean, someone needs a bit of a stricter hand and someone needs you to be their friend. And so you have to balance that. I think
think this is, I don't want to dive too much deep into this topic because I actually wanted to use one of our podcast episodes to actually talk in depth about parenting, maybe a bit more serious, because it's a topic that as boys we don't really talk about, right?
Yeah.
I don't really.
How's your kids? How are your kids? They're fine. How are yours? Fine. Okay, good. Okay, so let's
like talk about everything else. So that's something that I do want to talk about in more in depth and actually.
You know what? For the next podcast, let's talk about things that guys don't talk about.
Now that is something that I would tune in to listen to. Let's do that. Let's. I like that idea. So
you'll tune in to listen to it because it's your podcast and you want to increase the views.
I'm actually doing that. I'm making everyone's devices and just clicking the link.
Yeah. So I think we can come up with stuff which guys don't usually talk about.
Yeah,
like how often should they get their pedicure done or whatever. So
or manicure. I mean, after all, it's a man manicure, right? I think a manicure should just be for men because it's a manicure.
I think it is for men only. That's why women do it so that men can see in those pretty things. So I think it's made for men.
That's wise, bro. That's wise.
Yeah.
It's right beyond your ears. I see where you have why your hair are white because it's the wisdom that is coming out of your body.
Wisdom. It's flowing, bro.
Like water right now, coming out of your body, like left and right. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's pick up a topic or two to talk about things that guys don't really talk about. All right. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and keep following us. Subscribe, share, tell your friends to share, tell your friends to tell their friends to share, and so on and so forth. Let's make a big chain. Let's make this huge. And once this is huge, and when people come in to see what all the fuss is about, they even can't understand what the hell is going on. So let's make it GameStop too. And stay safe, everyone, and stay healthy. Peace out.